as we can go. Because the goddess has to be Dakshinamurti. She has to be on the north side, to be on her eyes on the south. That's the reason she has to be. We could not be in Scotland, that would have been too much for you. But that would have been the idea for all of us. Because then our drishti is towards, our vision is towards the south, and we see the whole universe under our own beautiful visions. So that's how spontaneously we found this place. And sab log were yes, no, no, yes. But spontaneously we got it. And then we found out it has a history. Then we found out its beautiful vibrations. Then we found out the potential about it. Whatever you get spontaneously, it is full of potentials. On this point, I have to say a few words. It's important. Can I have my handkerchief, please? I have to get few points I have to say about, thank you, about spontaneity part, which is quite interesting, the way people think spontaneity works. Like, it's mostly ego part which says this is spontaneous, with so many people. Especially the very old Saj Yogis think they are authorities on spontaneity. Like we had a land in Vaitana. So one of the older one went there and he said, this land is vibrating and this is not vibrating. So everybody accepted, all right. Then they said, in this part of the land nobody should eat their food. Now, from where does this knowledge come? When eating food is not a sin, is it? As if it is a sin that you are eating food in there. Then religiously they follow A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Z and again A, B, C, D. Of Sahaja Yoga to such an extent that I start thinking now they have become another fanatic Sahaja Yogis. Fanaticism is against Sahaja Yoga, absolutely. Now they'll ask, how many times we should say this mantra? Then I say 0 times. How many drops we should put the ghee in our nose? Then I say a full jug. Then, oh, I should not have gone from the left side, I should have gone from the right side. Then I would say you just jump up. You have to be like children. But the ideas are so settled down in Sahaja Yoga now, it's so many years of course, but they should not settle down. If they settle down, it's not Sahaj, it's not spontaneous. If you do this way, then it is wrong. That way it is wrong. Nothing of the kind. Nothing is wrong for you people. If you do anything wrong, your vibrations will be lost, finished. What is there to be so cautious? Like somebody said, I don't want to look at the cigarette. I said, why? But looking at it also is sinful. I said, looking at it, what happens? Then I feel like smoking. So I said, better smoke once for all. Or I cannot hold a wine bottle in my hand. Why? No, holding the wine bottle is sinful. You can swim in the wine. So this kind of understanding should be there. Though I have always said that if I say one thing, you will cling on to it. So I always say the other side of it. That don't stick on to something. Sahaja Yoga is not for sticking on to something. Like somebody who had learned certain, say, lessons about Sahaja Yoga in the beginning of it, certain mantras they had learned, and still they are sticking on to the same step. No, 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 no. You have to go ahead. This is just a staircase. Don't get stuck at a point. We have had so many such cases here. People get really outworn, as they say. They'll go on telling you so many nonsensical ideas. You see, if you do like this, then this happens. First of all, you don't give ideas to others. That's one thing. If you decide that we don't give ideas about what's wrong with another person, half of your job is done. Because you don't have to do any job as I don't do. Anybody who comes, you are a booth. You better have it. I get reports from others. They say that your Sahaja Yogis are wicked people. I said, why? Oh, they tell you you are evil. They tell you you are possessed. They tell you you are this, you are that. They are very wicked people. I am really shocked to hear that Sahaja Yogis, how can they be wicked? If somebody is suffering from something in the phone, they say, oh, you better have it. It's good for you. That's not the way. We have to be not only humble, very tactful and sweet to new people if you want any more to come in. But if you have decided not to have any more because we'll have to put another marquee, then I have nothing to say. But if you want others to come in, it's important that you talk to them in a very sweet and beautiful language, the way they understand. Rudeness, arrogance, showing off is of no use. One should understand Sahaja Yoga is where you are in complete enjoyment about it. You are just lost into that enjoyment. Where is the time to remember how many times to give bandhan to yourself? What is the need to give bandhan to yourself? It's all a joke now for you, should be. A little child sucks the milk from the bottle, all right, because it has no teeth. But what about you people having that kind of a thing? It's very childish and shows no growth at all. Sahaja Yoga must grow with it. You should not be anymore regarded as immature Sahaja Yogis. I would say a person who is a matured Sahaja Yogi is the one who can combine so many things together with all beautiful lines, thin maryadas maintained. But you cannot do the other way now. For example, if you say, all right, now I'll be sweet, and then I'll be angry, then I'll be like this, then I'll be like that. It will be a hodgepodge. It's a funny personality. You see, suddenly I get angry like that. And then people will think you are doing Bharatanatyam or something like that. Showing all your moods. In 5 minutes you show 10 moods. This is the growth within you which will show. So we have to have our growth. And for growth, let us be silent within. Let us not react to others. This person is like that, that person is like that. What about yourself? Also, there are other ways, like I tell somebody that you see, you have this problem. So that person immediately goes to the second person and says, you see, mother told me that you to have this problem, better look after. I didn't tell that person, I told you. Keep it to yourself. So mother says is to be given up. Absolutely. If mother has to say, she'll say it. Why should you communicate? Why should you say, I never asked you to say that? Understanding Sahaja Yoga is very simple. Extremely simple. When you understand one thing, that you have to have your innocence intact. Now how to get to innocence? People will say. How to get to innocence? It's a vicious circle. How to get to innocence? It's a very vicious circle. You have to get to innocence. Through what? Your ego or super ego? How will you get to innocence? Mother says, don't raise your kundalini. I mean, I am sitting here, people are just doing like that. What's happening? I am sitting here, kundalini is up there on your head. What are you raising? Now, how to manage is the problem. Very simple it is. In the beginning I said, let your Guru reside in your heart. How to manage? Why? Let mother manage. Mother is managing me. Keep it at that. Your right side will clear. Your left side will clear when you say, nobody can manage me but mother can manage me. Two things together. Things will work out. Thank God you have somebody like me to sitting here where you can say so. Think of those who never had anyone to tell them or to be in their presence, to say that I can manage this or you can manage that. That's how you can balance. Allow your kundalini to grow. Everything works out. Like this house when I purchased, or when they purchased, or who purchased. So many questions and complications. How?